Hello, today we're going to chat about an area of skincare that isn't talked about that often, but that I know, like me, if you're a woman over 50, this has crossed your mind. Skincare for the lip area and the perioral area, the area around our lips and our lips. As we mature and hit menopause and premenopause, those lips start to shrink in volume. They start to kind of turn under a little bit. They're not as bright and youthful as they used to be. They just lose that volume. But we're not talking anything in office today. We're talking all topicals and what you can do about skincare for the lip area. Your lip care routine, surprisingly, can start with your microcurrent device. In fact, the ZIIP microcurrent device has a dedicated routine to get the lips plumped up and ready for lip skincare. It seems hard to believe, but microcurrent for the lip area is very helpful. Penn Smith did a video where she actually took a specialized camera that shows blood flow and how much a microcurrent routine can improve blood flow and increase circulation, can improve the look of skin. And it's no different with the skin of the lips. After doing your microcurrent routine, your lips will look plumper, and they will also be more readily able to absorb the skincare that you're going to do next. Last year, I shared with you the Dermalect Lip Serum. Now, this is a cosmetic treatment that you put on the upper lip area to help with lip lines. And it basically fills in the lips so they look more smooth. CeraCreal has a product that's very similar. It kind of gives that buffing and blurring effect to the upper lip lines, but they do work. Are they a permanent solution to lip lines? Absolutely not, but they do help the look of upper lips. And if you're more curious about the Dermalect product, I will link the video that I did on this product down below, and you can check that out after you watch this video. But I've been very pleased also with the CeraCreal Upper Lip Plumper. This has peptides in it, and it does give a really nice blurring effect. I have seen more skincare lip launches in the past 6 to 8 months than I have ever seen in the skincare industry. There have also been several products launched to improve the look of the skin of your lips. This is by Refi, and I have to say this is not my favorite because it has a lot of plumping ingredients in the gloss that's included in it, but it's basically just a manual scrubber. I've changed my mind on a manual exfoliation of the lips, especially something plastic and hard like this, or a lip scrub made with sugar, because honestly, it just ends up tearing up my lip and it's harder to get my lip to heal and look smooth. It actually exacerbates the chappedness of my lips. So I did do a video sharing with you my favorite lip scrub, but I have definitely backed off that type of skincare for the lip area and gone to chemical exfoliants for the lip area. This is the new launch by Dr. IDRISS, her lip peel, and this is the new launch by IDRISS, which uses an enzyme exfoliator, whereas Dr. IDRISS's uses a very gentle mandelic acid AHA exfoliation product to gently exfoliate the lips. Now, it's not going to make your lips exfoliate overnight. You kind of have to repeatedly use this for a few weeks, but they are both excellent in getting those crusty bits off your lips. The difference between these two is the IDRISS is a 2-in-1. It has the exfoliant and a hydrating lip gloss in this single product. And it's clear, they do come in colors, whereas the Dr. IDRISS line has the gloss separate from the exfoliating product. So this is probably a little bit easier to use, but I would say the efficacy of the mandelic acid for my very dry Colorado lips is in this product. This one is more for maintenance. This one is like if I get those crusty, sort of flat skin-like crusty bits, this takes care of it in about a week just to help exfoliate that. And again, both of these are super gentle. This one is enzyme and this one is an AHA. You might be thinking you could use the chemical exfoliation product that you use for your face on your lip area. This is a very gentle chemical exfoliant by also IDRISS. I tried it on my lip area and it was a bit much. And this is not a very heavy duty chemical exfoliant. I use this in the evening time, a few times a week. I tried it on my lips and it, like I said, was a little bit too much. So it kind of depends on your personal sensitivity. Of course, you could use a product that isn't necessarily designed for chemical exfoliation of the lips and give it a try, but definitely be very careful because these are not designed to be used on the lip area. I would highly recommend starting out, especially if you have sensitive lips, with one of these two products. We've covered a device that can help the lip area look more plump. A couple products can help the upper lip lines look a little more diminished, and a few products that are helping with exfoliation. Next, how do we upkeep the look of our lips and keep them hydrated throughout the day? I find that a huge challenge, especially in the dry climate that I live in, but I have a whole host of products that I'm going to share with you, some winners and some losers. First, Refi. This is okay. It's a fairly thin lip gloss. It's colorless. It has some plumping ability. It's not as long lasting and hydrating as some of the other products that I'm going to share with you. I would give this a 2.5, possibly 3 out of 5. Next up is the new Lip Tide by Dr. Whitney Bowes. This also gets a 3 out of 5. It's nice, it's a gloss, it's hydrating, it has some peptides, and it definitely has some longevity to it, some plumping effects to it. You don't have to reapply every hour, but I have some others that you're going to like better. A new launch by Dermatology, their C Balm, has some skin-loving ingredients, vitamin C, but I have to say it's thinner than both the Refi and the Dr. Whitney Bowes, and honestly, it has kind of a funny taste. It's kind of like got that filmy texture to it, so I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. Another new launch by Remedy, they just keep coming out with them as the remedy for dry lips. Do not buy this. You guys know how much I love Remedy. I love Remedy skincare, but this is a terrible lip balm. It leaves the greasiest film in your mouth and this terrible taste. And it's kind of hard to spread. Unfortunately, the Remedy for lips is an absolute 0 for me. Necessaire's new lip launch is the lip balm. This is okay. It's not bad. It has a nice texture to it. It's smooth. It definitely lasts. You don't have to apply it every hour. It hydrates the lip area, but it has a minty scent that I just don't enjoy. So that's, for me, it's got a 3 out of 5 as opposed to a 4 out of 5, just because I'm not a fan of the strength of the mint taste in this. Whereas this one is riding around in my purse somewhere. It took me forever to find these because they have been riding around with me for the last 8 weeks. I have been trying all these lip glosses and I've been throwing them in my purse and throwing them in my pockets and throwing them in my bags. And I cannot find the counterpart to Dr. Idriss's Lip Duo. It's the lip balm that goes with the lip peel, and it's lovely. I'm going to put a picture up here and I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. It's a nice hydrating lip balm. It lasts. It doesn't have the scent that this one has, but it also isn't quite as thick and long lasting as the Necessaire and another one that I'm going to share with you. Now on to the winner, which is the Oasis. I love this lip gloss. It stays forever. I can put it on maybe 4 times a day as opposed to every single hour. My lips are hydrated. It makes them feel soft. It makes them feel hydrated. I love the applicator. I honestly can't say enough about the new Oasis by Outset. It makes my lips look fantastic. They also have some colors, and I'm going to get to that because I have a few lip glosses that I'm going to share with you that have some tint to them, and I'm going to give you my opinion. But if you want my top pick, my 5 out of 5 pick, for lip glosses, this would be it. Now, if you only wanted to pick up one product for gentle exfoliation and a lip gloss that's actually going to work, I would recommend the Edam. So these are my 2 top picks. They both get a 5 out of 5. This one has the boosted, slightly exfoliating enzymes if you want a gentle exfoliation. Not everyone is a fan of a gloss formula, so I have a couple I want to share with you that are solid formulas, but that are great hydrators for the lips. Now, a lot of you will say, well, why don't you just use Vaseline, or why don't you just use Aquaphor? I have used Aquaphor for years, but honestly, I just reach for it when I'm going to be outside in the cold, in the wind, and just as a barrier, like putting on a coat for my lips. It's not a pleasant experience. I don't feel like it preps the skin of my lips to look any better. So this is kind of just for winter weather. And if I'm going to be out skiing, which I don't ski anymore, but when I was out skiing and when I'm out in the cold and I'm out for long periods of time, if I really need like a protector for my lips, I'll reach for my Aquaphor. But on a day-to-day basis, I want something lighter. I would go for a lip gloss, but you might be more of a person who enjoys a solid formula. This is the one by Sarah Creel. Love this. It's a solid form and it doesn't have any tint. It's just a basic lip conditioner. Absolutely gorgeous. It does last. It doesn't last as long as some of the glosses, but it's lovely and it's been riding around in my purse for the last couple weeks. Another solid lip product that I like, but I don't like as much as the Sarah Creel, which is a 5 out of 5 for me, is the one by Finding Ferdinand. This is part of the Metamorphosis trio. This is just a clear one, but they also have one with a little bit of sparkle. The reason I don't like it as much is because it's not quite as hydrating as the Sarah Creel. It comes in this cute little trio along with one of their tints and one of their sparkly ones with just a little bit hint of sparkle. And they also have one that does color changing with the pH of your lips, which is always kind of fun. And this little trio especially makes a nice little gift with all 3 products for someone who's looking to get some great conditioning for the lip area. I don't know about you, but finding a lip product that is hydrating and also has some SPF factor in it is really challenging. Most of the ones that I've tried just end up drying out my lips. I have 4 here to share with you. I'm only recommending one because it continues to be a challenge for me. If you have a lip product that you like, a lip gloss or even a tinted lipstick that you like that has SPF in it that also looks elegant on the lips, let me know. My go-to has been just to cover my lips in my sunscreen during my skincare routine. But an added bit of SPF protection throughout the day, I'm learning, is very important. I recently had a lip cancer scare and I've done a video on it. I'm not sure it's uploaded at the time of this video uploading, but when it is, I will put it in the end screen. So I am rededicating myself to slathering my lips and re-slathering throughout the day with sunscreen, but finding a lip product with sunscreen in it, whether it's a tint or a gloss, has been an absolute challenge for keeping my lips hydrated. So all that to say, I'm going to start out with a fail that I was so excited about when I saw it come out about 10 days ago. Prequel's new lip balm with SPF factor in it. This smells like a candy cane factory. And when I put it on, it burned my lips. The mint in this or the peppermint in this is physically painful for my lips. It's so disappointing because I do love the Prequel brand. It's very budget friendly and they came out with a tinted version and a clear version. It's kind of a pretty color. I think it would look fairly good on most lips, but again, the mint factor in these are painfully minty. So unfortunately, the new Prequel launches for lip glosses with SPF are a fail for me. Another fail, which was a huge disappointment to me, was the Bloom Effects lip oil. This is a lip tint with 40 SPF. And unfortunately, it's just very drying on the lips. It kind of goes on soft and as soon as it dries down, it just kind of starts to dry out my lips. So unfortunately, this was a fail and I was kind of excited because it's kind of hard to find one with SPF 40. So I thought maybe about kind of stacking these two, but honestly, the formulas just don't work that well together. So unfortunately, the Bloom Effects sunscreen for the lips, lip oil was a fail. The SPF winner for lip products is the new launch by Dermatology. This is the Lip Silk with a mineral sunscreen SPF factor of 40. And the color is pretty decent. It's kind of a nude. It's fairly similar to both the Prequel launch and the one by Bloom Effects. Just kind of a nice, pretty color. And it gives you SPF factor of 40. Is it as hydrating and plumping on the lips as the Oasis? No, it is not, but it does give you a fairly good and decent amount of hydration with that SPF factor, especially as we eat and drink throughout the day. Our regular sunscreen wears off, and if you don't want to reapply your sunscreen over your lips, this could be just the solution. This is the one that I'm going to be putting in my purse for daytime use. Now on to what do you do about lips at night? One of my favorite finds recently has been the City Lips. As you can see, I've almost finished. I've gone through 2 of these. It's their plumping oil. Love this for nighttime. You can use it during the day, but I find it works better overnight. It just sinks into the lip area, is absolutely gorgeous. They have 2 new launches in this line, the Pink Champagne and Sangria, which I'm just getting ready to open and try. I try to use my lip oils at night, and I also find that an oil at night is more penetrating and hydrating, whereas a lip gloss, a lip plumping gloss, is a little bit better solution for the daytime. Next, lip masks. You know, 2 all-time faves of mine are the Laneige Sleeping Mask and the one by Fenty, the Pudding. Love those. I use them at night to just kind of slather over my lips, kind of like slugging. But a new find for me has been castor oil in the last year. And I got the Belly Button castor oil roller. I'm sure you can find on Amazon a roller where you could pour in your castor oil and put in the roller ball. I'm hoping this comes apart so I can refill it, but I just saw it online and it's for the belly button, to apply castor oil to the belly button. And I'm not going to get into that, but I use it for the lip area like an old-fashioned lip gloss, like back in the 70s and 80s that we used to use. Love this. Apply it at night. It's just an easy way to apply my castor oil. It's also a benefit because it's super portable. A lip oil that I would not recommend, unfortunately, because I love this brand, is by Stacked Skincare. This lip oil is so drying. It just sits on top of the lips and does absolutely nothing. Doesn't sink into my lips. You guys know how I love Stacked Skincare, especially their dermaplaning tool. Love it, but I'm afraid their new lip oil launch is a bust for me. So let's rank these really quickly. I would say the City Lips gets a 5 out of 5, as does my castor oil roller. The Laneige Sleeping Mask is nice, but I kind of like the lip oils a bit better, 4 out of 5. And the Pudding just has something special in it. It definitely is a 5 out of 5. It's both kind of this oil and mask in one. Love that. And unfortunately, the Stacked Skincare lip oil gets a 1 out of 5. And finally, I thought it would be really fun just to go through a few lip tints. They're so nice for summer, super lightweight, translucent, just kind of gives your lips that pop that they need in the spring and summertime. I'm going to start with an all-time favorite. This is the Euphoria. This is the cheek stain that I like to use for the lip area. Really pretty color, and it kind of changes to the pH of your skin. Also, I've been loving, where is it? The Wonder Skin lip stain. I did a video on this. It goes on purple. You leave it on for a few seconds, and then you just wipe it off. And you have just a real pretty stain. They come in lots of lovely colors. My favorite is Whimsical. Just love this for a little pop of color, kind of my lips, but better look. And it's kind of fun. Unfortunately, a fail for me, 1 out of 5, is the one by Guerlain. This is their lip gloss / oil. I think the applicator is kind of challenging. It's clunky. It also has a bit of fragrance. I'm just not a fan. It's just kind of too gloopy for me. It doesn't really make the lips look any more enhanced. It's just kind of blah. 2 new faves, of course, are the new Oasis colors. This is kind of a cherry color. You do have to be careful with these because they're fairly bright. You have to look in a mirror to apply them. I can't just leave them on my purse and apply them. So they get a 4 out of 5 for that particular hassle. And they have a fragrance. So as much as I love the actual formula, I love the colors too. There's a beautiful cherry and a really pretty plum color. Unfortunately, I can't apply them easily with the applicator without actually looking. And they have a bit of a cherry or berry scent to them. Their neutral lip color is a completely different story. The color is just pretty your lips, but better. But unfortunately, it still has that berry scent, which isn't my favorite. Merit has a whole line of beautiful lip oils that are hydrating and a range of shades. It's very comfortable on the lips. They look beautiful. I like all of them. I kind of like the jelly or the clearer ones a little bit better. That one is riding around in my backpack, I think, somewhere. But I love the new Merit lip oils. So that's a roundup of all the skincare that I've been doing for the lips lately, what I can recommend to you as far as lip glosses, lip tints, and lip oils. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and wishing you all a skintastic day.